Left field and deep. Royce Lewis with a grand slam.
I cannot think of a better way to hit your first Major League homer than with the bases loaded at home on a Friday night in front of a big crowd.
How awesome was that? Royce Lewis's first home run, a grand slam. We'll get back to that one in a minute here, but Byron Buxton hit his 10th home run in just 22 games played this year. Insane. Jorge Polanco also hit his 4th home run of the season. And of course, he had 33 last year. The Twins ended up really having a great offensive night, but there was a moment in this one where your heart kind of sank. The bases loaded, nobody out. And Rise, of course, he puts it in play because he's Luis Rise. It's a double play. He scores the run. They get the lead, but you kind of got the feeling that was a huge missed opportunity. Royce Lewis was the guy left on. I thought he was going to steal home. I thought he was going to steal home here. They had the shift on, and he has been so aggressive on the bases in AAA. He didn't, but he kind of helped Jorge Polanco draw a walk, and then Max Kepler gets this opposite field broken bat single. Gary Sanchez, this is all with 2 outs. Gary Sanchez homers, and then they reload the bases, and Lewis is up again in the same inning. This is all the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 outs, and Royce hits that grand slam, his first home run as a big leaguer, as a grand slam. How fun is that? Sonny Gray struck out 8 and 4 in the 3rd inning in that game. Down in St. Paul, Jordan Balazovic had a rough night. 2 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, but 3 of them were earned. We'll get to that in a sec. 2 walks and a strikeout. Gave up this monster leadoff home run. You just knew things weren't going to go well. This was part of why he had 7 runs and only 3 earned, was his own error. Not a good look there. And, of course, the very next batter after that error hits a 3-run home run. So Jordan had a rough night, his second start in AAA. We'll look for better days for him for sure. Kyle Garlick on the rehab trail. He was facing a lefty. So, of course, Kyle Garlick versus a lefty. Doesn't matter if it's big leagues, AAA, rehab, whatever. Of course he had a home run. He'll be back up with the Twins before long, hopefully. That'll be great. Nice weapon for them against lefties in particular. Simeon Woods Richardson was the starter for Wichita tonight. Sorry for a bit of the cloudy, unclear view here from Northwest Arkansas's broadcast, but Woods Richardson, 5 2/3 innings, struck out 8 and only walked 1, so that's great. Unfortunately, he gave up 4 runs, but it was all kind of jumbled together. We'll get to that in a sec, but even with that 4 earned runs over 5 2/3 innings, he still has a 2.20 ERA, so he's off to a great start. Still one of the younger pitchers in AA, despite spending all of last year in AA. He's still one of the younger guys at the level. Just kind of puts in perspective how hard he was pushed, really, by Toronto before being traded over to Minnesota. But it kind of all came undone all together because he gives up this bloop, and it wasn't much hard contact. He gives up this bloop hit, a bunt, shift-beating bunt single. Can't really blame Woods Richardson too much for those. After that, he does issue a walk to lead the bases and then gives up a home run. So it's not like we can completely sort of wipe the record of that performance. But it's kind of funny that Balazovic was worse than his maybe overall numbers look, and Woods Richardson was much better than his overall numbers look tonight. Again, 8 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings for Simeon Woods Richardson. Cedar Rapids, let's start with some defense there. Christian Encarnacion Strand with a nice diving stop and throw. And then Anthony Prado, a guy who just comes up time and time again with this Superman dive over the shoulder catch at second base. So let's look at that one more time. What a gorgeous play, all-out effort, reels it in. But tonight was Kyler Fedko's high A debut. We've been talking about him a ton with Fort Myers. He is now a Cedar Rapids, so we get to look at him. First at bat for the Colonels, gets a single. Later in this game, hits a home run in his high A debut. He had an .888 OPS with Fort Myers. This is a 12th round pick from this past year, 22 years old, off to a tremendous start. Let's get this guy a helmet that fits maybe, though, okay? Fort Myers played a doubleheader. They won both ends of that doubleheader. 3-0 was the first game. Emmanuel Rodriguez with 2 hits and a walk. He has a .933 OPS. And then I want to mention Matthew Swain pitched a perfect inning with 3 strikeouts. He has 13 innings with no runs, just 3 hits, 2 walks, and 19 strikeouts so far this year. Wow. And then in game 2, they won 3-2. So again, they got the sweep. Mikey Perez had a great game, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, was also hit by a pitch, which allowed him to steal 3 bases in this game as well. Mikey Perez as a second baseman, 15th round pick out of UCLA last year. Huge game for him. And then here we'll pull up the pitching from this one. Another nice performance, 10 strikeouts over 7 innings by that group. But just want to thank you all. I had a couple days off. I was up north for a couple days. Didn't really have a very convenient way to record these kind of videos, so I did those community posts to try to keep you updated as best I could. So thanks for tuning in once again and just taking some time to have a reason to give some more Royce highlights. So good to see that. We'll talk again tomorrow. Thank you.